sealed matches, progression matches, and memes. This show has it all. Welcome to the Seal of Prog-richalcos. Apologies in advance for the odd sound quality for the first sort of hour of this video. I was recording the first lot of duels and commentary in stereo sound as opposed to mono, so the audio is a little bit weird.
Technical difficulties, I suppose. Yes, technical difficulties.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Seal of Prog-richalcos. Last episode, Tobias well and truly waxed us, bringing the series scores up to him on 29 and us on 44. Our massive lead that we had at the start of the series is fading with every single episode.
Don't let it slip away.
For the bans, this week the only thing we're adding on is Ojama Trio. Nobody wants to play against this unfun card after it basically determined so many games in the last episode. So let's move straight on to the sets for the day. Invasion of Chaos is a set that many say redefined Yu-Gi-Oh! We have, of course, the crazy Chaos monsters in Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the End, which basically at this stage in Yu-Gi-Oh! Just won you the game on the spot if you could summon him, and Blackluster Envoy of the Beginning, who is also a very strong card, not quite as game-winningly powerful as said, but this card still has a lot of power. The other cards in this set also stack up pretty well. Invader of Darkness is a pretty decent secret rare that just shuts out quick play spells, but is probably too hard to summon with Demok. Obviously before his errata was insane with sort of these crazy like reasoning monster gate decks. Dimension Fusion just brings back literally all of your cards that you'd banished for your big chaos monsters, enabling you to OTK insanely easily. Manticore of Darkness has some funny loops if you manage to pull a couple of them. Daedalus is actually really scary, given Tobias has been on a water kick. If he's just playing like a Legendary Ocean, Daedalus becomes a 1 tribute board wipe. That is terrifying. Manju obviously is very strong for any ritual deck going forward. Smashing Ground is just decent removal. Probably a little too hard to make work in a progression deck, but good enough for sealed for sure, and might find a place in some of our progression builds. In the rares, Berserk Gorilla is one of my favourite cards of all time. I think he's a standout card for a lot of players, just the flagship monster of Beast Down in GOAT format, and just like a funny looking card, like he's just a gorilla shooting flames from his mouth. What a Chad.
Shooting flames and smoke, it's breathing fire, making everybody choke.
You also have Compulsory Evacuation Device. Generally actually wasn't that good in early Yu-Gi-Oh! Until we got sort of synchros and people started committing 2 to 3 monsters to make a big Chungus, and then if you could just CD it straight away before it could get any value, then you just basically 3-for-1 the opponent. So this card is a bit of a sleeper at the minute, but still could find a place in some progression builds should we pull a couple. The super rares aren't too good. Freed is okay for warriors, and that's about it. In the commons, we get the rest of the Ojama Trio. We get yellow and black. Gigantes is pretty good, just 1900. That's a heavy storm if he's destroyed a battle, very strong. And Sylphid is pretty good for wins. We obviously have Chaos Sorcerer, just common. Insane that they printed this card at this low rarity. Basically warped playground decks to have to be chaos based, even though nobody had the big dogs. Just because everybody had Chaos Sorcerer, you just had to play lights and darks, otherwise you were losing to this card. Grand Magi de Eyes are really funny for some strange like OTK or FTK builds later down the line, but not too good at the moment. And that's about it. Let's see how well we managed to pull. We did indeed manage to get 1 BLS, which is going to be absolutely huge for any deck we want to build going forward. We've of course also got the playset of Chaos Sorcerer and the playset of Compulsory Evacuation Device, both of these being very good cards for just about any deck going forward. Other than that though, looking down here, just some decent things. We got a few Gren Maju for way down the line. We pulled a playset of Gigantes, which is nice because I like my Earth guys. We've only got 1 man juice, so that's a bit limiting if we want to play rituals going forward. Prickle Fairy's decent for sealed, just 2k defense. Sacred Crane is a light and potentially next to a draw, but it's quite hard to engineer cards that just like special summon anything from the graveyard at this stage in Yu-Gi-Oh! Smashing Ground we were able to get a playset of, which is good. Anyway, not too much else to really talk about with this set in terms of what we pulled. Let's head on straight over to the deck profile. Alright, for our build, obviously the star of the show is BLS, so we want to be playing as many lights and darks as possible in order to facilitate him, as well as the 2 Chaos Sorcerers remaining. To that end, we've got a couple of Des Kangaroo, who potentially is removal, but generally there aren't many beaters in this set that have less than 1700 defense. This guy's effect isn't going to come up too often. Gigantes, we do have quite a number of earth monsters in the deck, so this is just another like pretty strong monster that can be summoned without requiring a normal summon in the mid to late game. Hyper Hammerhead is really funny. Manju is just a light, that's why we're playing it. We do have the Manticore of Darkness. I figured as a 1 tribute 2300 he could be worth running. Not completely sold on him though. We do have 2 Sacred Crane, just 1600 and it's a light. 2 Sasuke Samurai number 3. This card has one of the worst effects I've ever read, but it's a light. We're playing triple Stealth Bird, again just darks for the chaos synergies, but its effect could come up if Tabas is playing a bit cautiously. We could get some burn with this dark guy, and he always presents sort of like a card that the opponent wants to remove. We've got a couple of Mad Dog. This card is really strong, just 1900 under dark. Neo Bug, a couple of this guy, 1800 Earth for the Gigante synergies, and Soul Tiger, 2100 Defender, Earth again for Gigantes. So all in all, like a pretty standard IOC package. For the spells, we're playing triple Smashing Ground, just decent removal. We've got 1 Stray Lambs. This is just like if we're really behind and down. We're playing 2 Wild Nature's Release.
Guinea pigs gone wild!
Because we're playing a few beasts, we can sort of Wild Nature's Release them so they gain a massive amount of attack. So for example, Mad Dog would go up to 3300 for the turn. Even with Soul Tiger, we're basically just turning him into a 2100 attacker, so we're sort of shielding and swording him, so that could come up. We're playing a couple of Begone Knave. This is a really interesting and annoying card. We've got 1 Chain Disappearance, so if a monster with 1000 attack or less attack is summoned, we just get to banish it and then banish all monsters with that name from the opponent's hand and deck. We've got triple Compulsory Evacuation Device, just great, balancing cards to hand at will, very strong. Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell. Potentially we can use this to stop Tabas from being able to Smashing Ground any of our cards. That's about the only good spell you'd want to negate with this. We've got the Dark Mirror Force, and we've got the Zero Gravity just to potentially give us an extra turn by shifting his attack mode monsters to defense. Right, let's head on into the games. Taking a look at our opening hand, we're feeling pretty happy with the Gigantes and the Stealth Bird as well as the Compulsory. Tabas sets down a couple as well as a monster and passes back to us. Our turn, we're just going to try and get the Stealth Train going with the bird, as well as our 2 traps in the back row. Pass it over. Gale Lizard. Okay. The old Gale Lizard wombo combo. Bounces back our set Stealth Bird, and down comes Blazing Impatchy.
Lots and lots of damage.
Especially with the Energy Drain too, buffing up one of his monsters by another 800. So we are going to Begone Knave though, bouncing the Gale Lizard back to hand as we take a load of damage, 4050, while bouncing both Tabas monsters back.
Begone!
Our turn, and we're a bit worried given we know now he's got the Impatchy, which means our Stealth Bird is pretty much offline, but we're just going to set down the Stray Lamps and pass it back to Tabas. Tabas' turn, he's going to Sed, well, this could be dangerous. 1850 from the Blazing Apache goes back to hand. Our turn, we have... Okay, that's a pretty good draw. That's another nice bounce. So we're going to set down the Stealth Bird, set down the Compulsory, and try and do this again. Tabas' turn. Oh my god, another Compulsory. Okay.
Endless looped time.
Down comes the Apache. We're going to take it, go down to 250, and Tabas passes back. Stealth Bird. This time he's going to stick. This time there's no back row. We're going to also go with the Stray Lambs just to get us a couple of tokens. Oh, he's setting. I feel like that's a Gale Lizard. A little 1000 damage with our Stealth Bird. Death by 1000 cuts. We're going to normal summon the Sacred Crane. Why on earth I attacked it? Because if that had been Soul Tiger, we would have just like killed ourselves there. Alright, we can bounce the Sacred Crane to hand as we get rid of the Gale Lizard. We're going to set down our Stealth Bird. I think I can attack actually with this guy, but I didn't want to actually know because of the Begone Knave. Yep. Into our normal summon as the Blazing Apache, we're going to start with our Compulsory here, and at this point we're going to start to take command of the game with our Stealth Bird. In the end phase he has to discard an Apache for hand size. We're going to flip over the Stealth Bird, deal another 1000, summon down Sacred Crane, get down 1600 damage, bounce back to hand, set down the Stealth Bird. I'm going to call this the old Invasion Burb Special. Tabas' turn. Down comes a set, which I wasn't expecting. Our turn. Ooh, a second Stealth Bird. That's brilliant for the mix. We're going to flip over the first one, deal 1000, set down another, set the first one back down, and then we're going to CED his set card back to hand. Possibly a little bit premature to do that. Ooh, Heart of the Underdog. I suppose you are the underdog in this season, Tobias, so the card is definitely fitting. Down comes an Impachi. That's one of the stealth birds. See, this is why we should have saved the compulsory. Ooh, Smashing Ground is a fantastic draw. We're going to use that, get rid of the Impachi, and at this point we can kind of clean up the game. We're going to flip over the stealth bird, deal 1,000, summon the Sacred Crane, attack. Oh, we're not quite enough for game. Even if we attack with a stealth bird, we're going to put Davars to 100. But I think just for the pressure, it's worth it. Stealth bird goes back to hand, and we're passing. At least we've got our couple of tokens to protect us. Tobias reveals the Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness and draws for another card. Down comes Impachi, out a token, simple. Our turn. Wild Nature's Release, baby.
Watch me go berserk.
We're going to summon the Des Kangaroo and Wild Nature him, making this kangaroo swole as all hell. 3,200. Smack on in, and there's nothing Tobias can say.
I'm gonna knock you out! Mama said knock you out!
Into game 2, Tobias likes to go first, and we draw probably a worse hand, just some normals and a few decent traps. Tobias is going to go for the defensive play. We're just going to fire down our Mad Dog and see what's cooking. Oh, it's the old Gale Lizard Wombo combo. Back to the hand goes our Mad Dog, and then Tobias goes for the Curse of Darkness.
I put a curse on you!
Okay, so if we use a spell, we're going to take 1,000 damage. That is fine. We can work around that. Down comes his own Sea Serpent, and we're going to take 1,800 here as the turn passes back to us. Compulsory is a pretty good draw. We can just go for our Mad Dog here. Hopefully we can out this if Tobias has got Energy Drain. Yep. Okay, so his monster's going to gain a whopping 1,000 attack here. Easily outs the Mad Dog, and we're going to take 900. That was the very heavy punish. We're going to set down both compulsories and end the turn. Tobias' turn. Down comes the Neo Bug, and we're just going to take the 3,600. We want to preserve our compulsories to when we're going to lose. Sacred Crane is okay. We're just going to go for the Smashing Ground, at least to get rid of one of his guys, pay 1,000. Now we are locked out of using Stray Lamb, so we can go for the Neo Bug, crash with this, and we're just going to hope that we've kind of got rid of Tobias' resources here. Tobias' turn. He's... Oh god, here comes Gigantes, who's gigantic.
What a zinger!
We're going to go for the compulsory bounce that go back. Right, Tobias passes. Our turn. We're going to draw the Manticore of Darkness. Oh, that's really good if we can actually stick a monster on the field. So we're going to summon the Sacred Crane, try and deal a nice little 1,600 here. We've got the compulsory to bounce anything Tobias summons back, and then we can start cracking in with the Manticore next turn. I mean, that's the dream.
Oh, a man can dream, can he?
Yeah, okay, he sets a monster. Oh, summons a monster. Hyper Hammerhead. Smashing Ground. We're going to Curse Seal here. Discarding the Stray Lambs to get that out of there, and now Tobias can no longer use his Smashing Grounds. He's going to elect to not go to combat. Oh, Hyper Hammer of our own is very strong. Okay, we're just going to deal 100, bounce the Crane back to hand, summon down our Hyper Hammerhead here. So if Tobias summons a monster that's powerful, at least we can bounce it back because we know he has the Gigantes, and that this allows us to stave off Gigantes while keeping the compulsory live for another monster. Summons down the Gigantes. That's going to head into combat. We're just actually going to go for the compulsory first. Okay, bounce that guy back to hand. And then it's our turn. We draw the third compulsory, so just as we thought we were running out of bouncers, we're back in there running. I'm going to tribute the Hyper Hammerhead here for the Manticore of Darkness, get this guy cooking, and now we can actually start chunking into Tobias' life points. He's down to 3,000, which is basically one more turn and he's out of here. Oh, Stray Lambs, that's pretty fine. He's going to summon 2 little tokens. Yep, and is that that's all he has? Okay. Ooh, we can go for the Sacred Crane and the Gigantes. This is crazy. Okay, we're gonna wombo combo. Down comes Gigantes. Normal summon the Sacred Crane. Use our 2 level 4s to clean out the tokens, and then the Manticore will smash in, and that is all she wrote, baby. Now we've built 2 prog decks for this. So this is one of those annoying episodes where because we did 2 core sets, we're going to have 2 loads of progression matches, so this episode is going to be very long and painful to edit. Looking at our standard progression deck for Invasion of Chaos, we've obviously pivoted to a light and dark focus, given we've got the BLS and the triple Chaos Sorcerer, so these are our big game enders, and we're playing a myriad of light and darks to support them. We've obviously got the DD Warrior Lady, just a really strong card. Jinzo, we're playing a couple of magical merchants because this card can help us mill a lot of our darks into the graveyard, so we have the fodder for the chaos monsters. We've got the magical scientist again. He's just like a 1 card, basically any of these guys, because we can just use his effect to summon out a couple of darks or some lights, get some value out of them by either crashing in combat or using like Ryu Senshi or Thousand Lives Restrict to actually proactively affect the game state. We've got Triple Mystic Tomato. This just floats mostly into Sangan, but it can also float into New and obviously the Magical Scientist in a pinch. We are playing the Run Roulette Barrel. This card has been very good to us so far, and we have got the double Shining Angel to float either into it or the DD Warrior Lady, and then we're playing also the White Magical Hat as another target, and just fun way of removing cards from Tobias's hand. For the final monster, we're playing Triple Thunder Dragon. This card is basically just gets 2 lights into the graveyard. Pretty good. We've got 2 Book of Moon as in the spell department, 1 Heavy Storm. Somehow this card is still not banned. 3 My Body as a Shield. We've got the Painful Choice. This card is just an auto when we get 2 lights and 2 darks in the grave for this every single time. Insane. We've got the Pot of Greed, Smashing Ground ×2, Double Bottomless, Triple Compulsory, 1 Ring, Double Thunder of Ruler, and the Zero Gravity. These cards just potentially give us an extra turn if Tobias is going crazy with his Chaos Monsters or his Water deck. Alright, so looking at our opening hand, clearly our deck profile was a little wrong if we've got Metamorphosis here. We must have subbed that out in the side deck when we were just sort of saving our profiles afterwards. Alright, Tobias is going to go for a humble 2 set and the Zombira. So over to us. We're going to get pretty good value out of this Heavy Storm, particularly if Tobias is willing to flip over the Ordeal straight away. Get rid of that and get rid of the Raigeki Break. Very strong. We're just going to set down the Magical Merchant, set our Bottomless and the Compulsory just to stay with any future threats Tobias might put on the board. And we're going to pass the turn. Terraforming comes down, and please don't grab America. Tobias grabs the Land of the Free and Sea Serpent. I suppose there are new waters, I suppose. Sea Serpent Warrior Darkness comes down. We're going to Bottomless that. We're going to Compulse the Zombira, bounce that to hand just to preserve our Magical Merchant. Not sure why. He's going to go for the Raigeki Break, discard the Jinzo to get rid of the Merchant. Fair enough. We're going to set down the Ring of Destruction and pass the turn. But it's going to go for the Zombira and pass because he can't attack directly. We draw the Reasoning, a very strong card here. I'm not sure what Tobias calls, but he probably calls 4, but it gets ourselves a light and a dark in the grave, so if we draw one of our Chaos monsters, we are set.
Well, that's a pretty big if, honey.
Tobias sets a back row, pass the turn. We're going to draw Compulsory, whatever. Set that down, pass the turn. There's no pressure at the moment until down comes the old Sea Serpent. We're going to go for the Ring of Destruction and get that card out of here, and we're both going to take a hot 1800 here. Oh god, he's going to banish the Sea Serpent for a Aqua Spirit, which is problematic. Okay, Thunder Dragon is not too bad because at least it means we can deck thin and get the other useless cards out of our deck and hopefully draw into something good soon. We're going to go for the Smashing Ground, get rid of the Aqua Spirit here just because that card's more of a problem. Down comes the Gaga Gigo. Okay, we're going to start taking a big amount of damage each turn now. We do have the Compulsory, but we really don't want to have to use it. We're going to summon the DD Warrior Lady, check our extra decks, see if there's anything worth metamorphosing into. There's not. We're going to go for the attack, crash into the Gaga Gigo, banish them both, take a little bit of damage here. At this point, we're very risky and very vulnerable to Injection Fairy Lily, exactly. Tobias is going to pay the 2,000, we're going to compulse. Yeah, we've got to do it before damage counts, so Tobias does gain back the 2k. I was going to say that, otherwise I was fleecing him. Painful Choice is good, we can just get out a load of cards that don't do anything. Compulse, Book of Moon, Chaos Sorcerer and Pot of Greed. Tobias gives us the Compulse, which is more than okay. It just means we can sort of bounce back his Injection Fairy Lily once more. Sums that down, we're going to Compulse, do the Compulse Shuffle. Our turn, Smashing Ground. Where are our 4-star or lower monsters? We're going to Smashing Ground, get it out of here, and we just lose. That was just depressing. We had so much setup and so much fodder in the graveyard, we just couldn't draw like a single player. Where was this hand before? This hand is completely different. All 5 monsters, ones that we can just easily get. The Lights in the Grave with Thunder Dragon, and then we can just easily set down our Mystic Tomato to set ourselves up with a Dark for the Chaos Sorcerer. Oh man. Oh, was this hand before? Kaiser Colosseum.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it!
There goes my dreams, I suppose. Pot of Greed comes down to Barca's drawing 2, setting 1, setting a monster. We can't do anything because the Kaiser Colosseum here, so we're going to have to flip over the Mystic Tomato and see what we can poke one into. It's the Witch, which Barca uses to grab Injection Fairy Lily.
Boring!
We're going to set the bottomless, set down a Roulette Barrel since we're not restricted by monsters anymore, and pass the turn. We're also going to go for the Zombiro, clean out the set monster, and we use our Roulette Barrel here. We finally drew the BLS, but again we are stuck, unable to even summon it. We're just going to go for the crash, lose our Mystic Tomato here, take a bit of damage, summon a second Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato is going to go in, we're going to take a little bit of damage, summon the final Mystic Tomato. This Mystic Tomato will go in, or we're going to take another little bit more damage, and we're going to go for the new which we're going to use to actually proactively clear the Zombiro here. Oh, Ring of Destruction goes down, and Tabasa is just going to use that to get rid of our new. This is more than okay by me. We just wanted to get some lights and darks in the graveyard. We're going to banish a couple of them, summon the Chaos Sorcerer, get bottomless as expected. We're going to banish a Light in the Dark, summon down the BLS, banish the Zombiro, and at this point I'm feeling pretty confident. We've got the bottomless if Tabasa summons anything strong. Oh, I knew he had that.
How could you be so stupid?
And I just forgot. In my hype to summon BLS, I completely forgot he actually had the really convincing out in hand. Okay, Smashing Ground, we're going to go for that just because we don't want to lose more monsters to Bias paying life points. Oh, the My Body is huge here. It does mean he can only the Lily once more. So we're going to bait. Oh, we're going to go for the bait with the Shining Angel, and Tabasas are going to elect not to pay. Happy to take the 1,000 rather than the needle risk. He's going to summon the Go. We're going to go for the bottomless here, and at this point we're hoping we can sweep the game. If we summon the White Magical Hat, we can start piecing away at Tabas's hand. 2,400 here, and there we go. Yeah, we go. We tied it up again. All right. Game 3. Let's see how we can do here. Our opening hand is good. We've got easy access to lights and darks with both the Thunder Dragon and the Mystic Tomato lines. Tabas's going to go for the Terraform and grab Umiruka. Grab Sakuretsu Armor as well, because that's what that card does. Okay, shuffle the Sakuretsu back in the deck. Summons the Gagagigo. We're going to go for the Thunder Dragon, shuffle here. Summon down our Shining Angel, which is easily going to get popped by one Gagagigo. Second Gagagigo pops the other one, and we're going to go into the Roulette Barrel. Just tribute for the Jinzo. Why on earth did I not use his effect? And hopefully, if Tabasa is only playing sort of proactive defensive traps. Oh god, okay. Aqua Spirit comes down. We're going to go for Reasoning, going to fail. We're going to start losing our monsters here, so thankfully we've got the Mystic Tomato line to get us into Sangan, which is going to give us the Magical Scientist at the end of the chain. We're going to go for the Magical Scientist, we're going to pay 1,000, we're going to grab Ryu Senshi, we're going to pay another 1,000, we're going to pay another 1,000, we're going to try and grab 2 Roaring Ocean Snakes, which we're going to pay 1,000 to negate using the Ryu Senshi, and then we're going to go Roaring Ocean Snake, clear, Ryu Senshi clear, and then these guys are going to die, and at the end phase, Tabas is going to use his bottomless, we're going to compulse, and then we're going to My Body and die. That was a bit of a scuffed match, if I'm being honest. Our other progression deck is the mighty Beat Down. At this point in our collection, we actually have a critical mass of good Earth monsters, which, bearing in mind we've been losing to Umiruka all the time, I thought I'd try and turn it on to Barca by playing a deck that aims to use a similar field spell but buffing our own monsters by 500, because that's really the big benefit that Umiruka has had. It's just made his monsters so unbelievably big that it's almost impossible for us to consistently deal with them when he's summoning one down every single turn. We have 2 Bazoo, the Gaia power is up to 3,000 potentially. Blindly Loyal Goblin, just an 1,800. Dark Dust Spirit, he is an Earth, but he's more importantly just a board wipe, so if we ever get to a position where we've managed to keep a monster on board, we can just summon Dark Dust Spirit, blow up Tabas's field, and then this card is just like a recurring threat, which is good. Exiled Force, really strong. A Giant Rat, we can float that into the Exiled Force. We've got the triple Gigantes. I'm a little bit worried that we might brick on this. I'm actually looking at the deck here. We don't have that many monsters in the deck, so maybe we don't have a critical mass of the Earths. But potentially this card is just really huge. 2400 with the Gaia power, and if he's outed by battle, we get to heavy storm the field. We've got the Goblin Attack Force, 2300 at base, plus the Gaia power up to 2800. Similarly, the Jiraigumo up to 2700, although these guys mostly just kind of sit and attack, staring at the opponent, although I guess they can be used proactively if we have to. We're playing a couple of King Tiger Wang, who this guy incidentally goes up to 2200 with Gaia power and can stop annoying stuff like potential witches, injection fairy lilies and stuff like that. Gemini Elf, just the strongest sort of 4-star with no downside under Gaia power. For the spells, we've got a couple of Book of Moon, triple Gaia power, the heart and soul of the deck really. Triple My Body, with Tabas having access to both Raigeki Break and Sakuretsu, 2 common cards that we missed.
I'm not mad!
This card is more crucial in our deck than it is in Tabas's, because we just have to protect our monsters from those cards. We've got the One Pot of Greed, double Terraforming to get into the Gaia power, triple Bottomless Trap Hole, triple Compulsory. We have got the double Ordeal. I'm not sold on this card still being useful, but we do have a decent suite of monster spells and traps, so potentially this card can stave off some attacks. We've got the Ring of Destruction, and we are playing triple Skill Drain main just for the Goblin Attack Force and the Jiraigumo, and because stuff like Gigantes only triggers in the graveyard anyway, so it doesn't impact him too much. Let's see how we do with this, and hopefully it's enough to beat the water. Okay, looking at our opening hand, it's pretty good. We've got a good amount of interaction here, as well as our Pot of Greed and the Terraforming to get us into whatever we need. Tabas is going to set 2, goes for his own Terraforming, grabbing Land of the Free. Sums that down. You're even playing Granador. Oh man, what are you? This is crazy. I guess we're well past Gyojin being relevant.
Will you remember me?
Down comes Ordeal. A little bit worried about that just because Tabas's got 2 cards in hand, but we're going to go for the Terraforming. Followed by the Pot of Greed, grab ourselves the Gaia power, use that to get rid of the Umiruka and his Granadoras. Tiny now. We're going to go for the King Tiger Wang, who boosts him up to 2200, and we're just going to go for the combat here, and fingers crossed, flip of a coin, cooling monster. Ooh, Sakuretsu comes down first. Okay, Tabas does not want us to peek in his hand. We're going to lose the King Tiger Wang here. Tabas is going to go for the Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness, a warrior who defends the world from the Sea of Darkness. He prides himself on his fighting prowess, both on the ground and of course in the water. He clearly does show how good he is on the ground, because he's able to mount a pretty good offense even under Gaia power. We're going to Ring of Destruction the Granadora, so Tabas is going to take a load of damage here from Granadora's own effect. Okay, we draw Bazoo. This is really good. We can Bazoo, try and look at Tabas's hand. It's a Zombira, and the attack goes through. Sea Serpent is down. Now we're worried about the Zombira. In main phase 2, we're just going to banish the King Tiger Wang, who just to buff our Bazoo up to 2400, so he can't crash it with Zombira. Tabas's turn. Down comes Zombira. It's going to... Oh. Okay. Aqua Spirit is annoying. We're just going to compulsory that back to hand, because we don't really want to deal with our Bazoo shifting to defense mode. We're going to lose a 300 attack from the Bazoo now. And I don't think we've got any Earths left in grave to banish. No. So we can only crash with the Zombira. We're just going to pass, leaving our Bazoo in attack. Tabas summons another Zombira. Okay, and banishes the other Granador. We just kind of banish the Aqua Spirit. We don't want to be dealing with the battle shifting. He's not going to attack. Okay. My body is decent here.
That's what she said.
Tabas is going to go for the combat. We're going to Book of Moon the first Zombira. Second Zombira will clear though. So we're going to set down the Bottomless Trap Hole that can be used to out his Zombira if he flips it over. Which we have no real problem with. We're not going to bother with the Bottomless just yet, because Zombira can't attack directly. So while it's a bit of a threat to any monster we play, it's no threat to our life points. We draw the Gigantes, banish the Bazoo, and this guy's 2400. We're going to attack on over the Zombira. We know he's got the Sea Serpent in... Oh, we apparently didn't know he got the Sea Serpent in hand, because our Gigantes is back in our hand. This is not looking good. Down comes Sea Serpent, and that is nearly game. We do have... I don't know why we didn't Bottomless that. Yeah. Wow. It wouldn't have made much difference, because if Tabas just drew another monster, we were just dead anyway. Okay. I believe in the power of Earth, okay? I'm a church of true toffers.
I am not tough. I am
I mean, some people would say I am a real toffer. Alright, we're going to set down 2 cards, Book of Moon and the Ring of Destruction, and summon down our Gyanai Gumo, the Spider returns. Twas is going to go for the set 3 Umiruka and the Gagago. We can just book that guy. We're going to go for the Blind Lower Goblin, get Bottomless out of here. Gyanai Gumo, attack baby! Tails.
You lose.
Well, we're going to lose half our life points, and at least we're outing the Gagago. If we'd mucked that up, that would have been just the biggest throw of all time. We know the Granador is coming down, we can just ring that. Tabas is going to lose 3,900 here. Boom, putting him down to 5,100. Oh, he's going to go for the ring on the Kelback, putting us down to 600. We're not going to risk half our life points at this stage, because if Tabas just summons a monster, we would just lose 23. Yep, that outs our Gumo. We're going to go down to 500. We've got our own Goblin attack force. They're just going to stare at each other for a minute. Our turn compulsory is absolutely huge here, especially with the Bazoo. We're going to banish the 2, boost our Bazoo up to 22.
You know what's coming.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
We're going to go for the Crash. Cool monster flip. At least we got the Compulse in hand, so we know we don't have to deal with that monster. Oh god, Raigeki Break comes down. That is infuriating. We're going to have to Compulse in battle here. So I was just going to summon it down in main phase 2. At least we don't have to deal with Ordeal. Going to summon down our Goblin and get banished by the Bottomless. Well, we've got Ordeal, and we're just going to have to hope Tobias doesn't draw another monster. And declares monster and warns. Well, that's the Earth Unga Bungas doing absolutely nothing, losing as per usual. Damn. Alright, moving on into Ancient Sanctuary. Fingers crossed that these fairies can bless us with some slightly better results. And moving on to the next set, Ancient Sanctuary, released on the 1st of June 2004. And whilst it's pretty hard to follow up in the footsteps of Invasion of Chaos and not be a disappointing set, this set is probably the worst DM era set, just in terms of like pure playables.
You're trash.
Ancient Sanctuary.
Like there's some funny like alt win cards and like some big bunguses for very specific strategies, but in terms of general playable cards, there really isn't much in this set that's worth mentioning. End of Anubis is the other secret rare. While it's on the field, all spell, trap, and monster effects that target cards in the graveyard or activate in the graveyard are negated. And for a 1 tribute at 2500 attack, this card is actually pretty good. In the rares, the only really notable one is Venus. Not really good at the moment, but when we move into Xyz era, being able to just summon 3 mystical shine balls that you can overlay into like a rank 2 is really strong, and obviously this card again saw prominence when we got to the links. King of the Swamp actually is decent. It's just a way to search polymerization and can be used as like a fusion sub-monster. For this time in Yu-Gi-Oh! This actually made fusion summoning potentially viable. Arshel Zaratu, he's pretty cool. Enemy Controller actually is a really good card. Just as an ultra, this card is usable in pretty much every format up until, I'd say maybe even like Zexal. There's a lot of good applications to this. In the Super Rares, we actually got our first Monarch here.
The Borg.
Zaborg is very strong just as a tribute summon, pops the guy on the field. Pretty good for a super rare and usable, again, kind of up until like even 5Ds. I didn't even know this was a rare. See, super short print Moki Moki, still worth 0 cents. This card is like one of Tobias's favourites. In the commons, we get Gagagigo, the final evolved form of the Gagagigo monsters, up until we get to Gagagigo the Risen, all the way in Zexal. Then we get Mystical Shine Ball, of course, summonable by Venus. Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master is decent. He can just put cards back onto the top of the deck if they battle him, which is generally pretty good to set the opponent back on tempo. Night Assailant is a good card as well, just like another sort of man-eater bug, but he's a dark, and also if he gets discarded, you can recur a flip monster, which can be pretty handy. So yeah, and really not too much to say about Ancient Sanctuary. Let's take a look at our collection from there. Alright, in our collection we did manage to pull 1 Zorato. Draining Shield is funny just for the sealed, it's not very good in general though. We got some Goblin Kings, Gogyo, got the Human Wave Tactics, Kazaki, Metal Armored Bug. We somehow got 3 Moki Moki despite it being a super short print. We've got triple Mystical Shine Ball. We got a Monster Gate. Actually, yeah, Monster Gate is a good card, but we only got one of it as a common, which is a bit unlucky. We pulled 2 Night Assailant, which is going to be really strong in our little sealed environment. And anything else? Oh, we got 2 Agent of Creation Venus for the Shine Balls. And that's about it. Oh god, actually, sorry, I forgot to even talk about this. Wall of Revealing Light is an absolute nightmare for sealed because you activate this card, you pay 3,000, and then neither player can attack.
Game over, man. Game over.
Right, let's head on over to our deck profile. Okay, so looking at our Ancient Sanctuary deck, there's a lot of bad cards here. Bearing in mind this is a core set, and the caliber of some of the things in the main deck here really tells you how bad Ancient Sanctuary is as a boost set. We are playing the Zerato with triple Warrior of Zera, and we only pulled the 1 Sanctuary in the Sky, so to actually get this combo off is gonna be almost impossible. But if we are able to summon this guy and just nuke Tabas's board, it will be funny. We're playing 2 Desert Tapir. This is kind of abysmal, but let's say Tabas is a strong attacker and he attacks this, it at least flips it into defense. It's like a really, really bad battle position shifter. Potentially also, let's say you have Night Assailant set and this guy's set and the opponent's not attacking, you could flip the Night Assailant up, pop a monster, and then Desert Tapir it back down again. Probably not going to happen, but like they combo together, so we're playing them. Combo! Got 2 Disc Fighter. So if he attacks a 2k defender, he just destroys it immediately, and we've got just had a look on it, I don't think there were actually any 2k defenders. Okay, we were just struggling with playables. Maybe like if we were thinking in a scenario if we'd managed to set down Tabas's Gaga Gigo with Desert Tapir, we could Disc Fighter and get over it. That could happen, okay? These are like incredibly niche scenarios, but it's better than nothing. 2 Double Costin, this is just 1700 attack that we've got no zombies for it to tribute into. Triple Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master, this is probably the standout card of the set. 1800 defense is very difficult to get over for level 4 or lowers, and being able to put cards on top of the deck really sets back opponents' tempos. We've got double Night Assailant just to be able to pop cards is decent. Double Protector of the Sanctuary, a 1900 defender. We've got the 1 Regenerating Mummy, 1800 attack is good. Double Venus just to be able to deck thin with the Mystical Shine Balls. There's not much we can actually do with them outside of potentially tributing a couple for the Gaga Gigo should they live, but I'd rather get them out of the deck than have to draw them. Double Unhappy Girl. In combat, while in attack, she can't be destroyed by battle, which is kind of all you really need as a card effect. Theban Nightmare. We've got double Gaga Gigo, this guy's just the biggest card in the set. Triple Shine Ball, triple Zera, 1 Earthquake. We've got the 1 Monster Gate, because quite frankly, if we've got these Mystical Shine Balls on the field, we can Monster Gate them away and hopefully get into Gaga Gigo or at least something better. Double Order to Charge. This actually also turns our Shine Balls and our few other normals into removal, which is decent. 1 Sanctuary in the Sky for the Zerato. Des Counterblow, so if Tabas attacks us directly, we just pop his monster with this. It's kind of annoying because it's continuous and it will affect us as well, but it could at least prevent Tabas from wanting to act aggressively if we're running low on monsters. We've got triple Draining Shield just to gain some life points back, and we've got double Light of Judgment. If we're in a bizarre scenario where we've managed to get Sanctuary in the Sky on the field and we have some light monsters in the hand, we can use this to discard one card from the opponent's hand or send a card they control to the graveyard. And we have 1 Micro Way. This allows us to turn a monster's defense to 0 so any of our monsters can get over it. In the side we've got the Ghost Knight Jackal, triple Lady Ninja Way, double Rocket Jumper, triple Sonic Jammer, a level limit area B, a couple of Beckoning Lights, and some Labyrinth of Nightmares. And I think we must have just agreed to Gentleman's Out with the Wall of Revealing Light, because otherwise that card should absolutely be in both of our decks. And if Tabas is playing it, I'm going to be very salty.
You double-cross me, you don't come back.
Okay, so looking at our opening hand, we've got a couple of decent beaters with Warrior of Zera and the Double Costin, as well as Microwave and Draining Shield. A bit disappointed to see the Shine Ball in the opening, would love this card in the deck so I can actually summon it off of Venus. As it is though, we're going to have to contend with the Kickman. 1300 is actually a pretty commanding attack. And level limit area B. Oh god, Tobias, you're on some bullshit today. Right, we're going to draw the Go, and there really isn't too much we can do with the level limit on the field, so we're just going to set down the 0, hope Tobias attacks into it to at least get some damage back, and set Microwave and the Draining Shield. Pass a turn. Tobias summons down the Agent of Venus Creation.
That's not what it's called.
And he's going to start his payment for the Mystical Shine Ball. One comes out, and that's all he's summoning. Then he's going to go, he's going to go for combat, hit us with the microwave, firing our 0 down to 0 defense, so it gets easily outed. And then we're going to take a load of damage from the Kickman and the Shine Ball. If he had the microwave, why didn't he attack with the Shine Ball first? I don't know, maybe he thought he could clear it with the Venus without having to waste it. I'm glad to see that the microwave is gone, because this legendary Jiu-Jitsu master actually presents a pretty sizable challenge to Tobias while he has no outs to it. Down comes White Magician Kit. My god, you're just going to gain 1,000,000 life points while I can't attack. This is the game plan. Thankfully we at least stack the Venus, so that's 400 less life points you'll recover next turn. We're going to set down our double costing. This guy actually has a sizable chunky booty. We're going to go for the combat with the Jiu-Jitsu master here. We have to start trying to clear out these threats. But Curse of Anubis comes on, changing my monster back to defense mode and reducing his defense to 0 for the turn. This is going to be a long one.
That's what she said.
Right, Tobias draws. In the standard phase, he's going to gain 1,200 life points and summon back the Agent of Venus. Going to go for the Solar Way. Oh, wow. I'm going to take 1,800 here. You are cooking something fierce, Tobias. Like, half these cards that you're playing, I wasn't even considering for my deck. Thankfully, our double costing is able to stave off the Venus, and Tobias changes his Shine Ball to defense mode. We draw our own Venus, which is pretty darn good as it's a level 3 or lower, so we're going to summon her and pay a hot 500, and we're going to pay another 500, summon out 2 from the deck. With our Venus and our Legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master, we can actually start trying to clear out some of his threats. We'll get rid of the Pickaroo, and we're going to try and crash against the Kickman here. Not feeling too bad now. I've managed to mitigate Tobias's field presence. Ooh, but Order to Charge is huge. You can use that out our Venus, and now his Venus can... or electing not to attack, doesn't want to set himself back on tempo, I suppose, in case I come for like a weird blowout turn. We're just going to tribute 2 of our useless guys for the Go just to turn it to defense mode, just so it's a strong defensive threat until Tobias sort of microwaves it or does anything like that. We're going to pass the turn if we can't attack, obviously, into the Venus with our guy. Tobias is going to set a monster, pass the turn. Right, we're going to go for the combat, change our Jiu-Jitsu Master to attack mode, try and get through this regenerating mummy. Also has a pretty chunky defense stat, that's very annoying. We're going to set down the card, pass the turn. Tobias is going to set a monster, pass. He really does not want to go back on tempo with the Venus. Protector of the Sanctuary is a terrible draw here, really achieves nothing for us. We're going to go for the Jiu-Jitsu into the new set, and it's a Grave Protector. Oh, I missed this card. So any card destroyed by battle is shuffled into the deck instead of going to the graveyard. Interesting out or counter to sort of the recruiter strategy. We're going to go for the microwave and damage step just so we can clear it. We don't want to deal with it. So I was going to set down one back row and pass it back to us. Oh, a second Jiu-Jitsu Master. This means we actually feel a bit more confident about our position in the game. Obviously, we still can't really actively out anything that Tobias is putting on the field, but at least he has to get past some pretty chunky walls if he wants to damage us. Our turn, Earthquake is huge. Changes his Venus to defense mode, and we can actually run over it now with our Jiu-Jitsu Masters. We're going to attack the second set monster, and it's a Spirit Cooler. Okay, you just get to summon back one of your mystical shine balls. Sounds pretty good to me. No complaints there, Tobias. Your turn. Tobias sets, passes back over to me. Our turn. Light of Judgment is cool. We do not have the Sanctuary in the sky to make use of it. Solar Way comes down, and we're going to take 600, the biggest burn damage I've ever seen. Ooh, oh god, do we get double Solar Way there? We got double Solar Way there, okay. I'm going to set down a card, set our Jiu-Jitsu sideways, and pass the turn. Here comes another Kickman, ready to out the Shine Ball, and it's back to us. Order to Charge. One turn too late, although we do have the Shine Ball in hand. We still can't really deal with the level limit, so we're just going to go a little bit aggressive though. We're going to punch over the one Shine Ball. Jiu-Jitsu Master crash with the Kickman. And main 2, we're going to go, we're just going to go Order to Charge, get rid of the regenerating mummy, using our Go Giga for that. That is...
bad deal.
definitely not the way I should have played that. I should have just used the Shine Ball to deal with it. Tobias sets a monster passes back to us. We are actually feeling pretty good now. We're going to set down our Night Assailant that can at least proactively deal with if anything Tobias might have. And we're going to attack into the Emissary of the Oasis. Okay, Venus is a very strong draw. We're going to go Draining Shield, heal up a little bit of life points, keep our Jiu-Jitsu Master alive. And we're going to use our Night Assailant here, flip it over, get rid of the Venus, and now the game's on our terms. We're going to go for the aggro strats with Mystical Shine Ball, and we can finally start getting in, chunking away at Tobias' life points. It's going to take a good few turns to whittle him all the way down to 0, but at least he's very low on resources. Alright, passing it back to Tobias. Hoping he whiffs a draw. Okay, just sets a monster. We're feeling fine with that. Our draw, we get another Night Assailant, really good. We're just going to go for the combat Jiu-Jitsu Master in. Meets with his own Night Assailant. That's going to out our Jiu-Jitsu Master. But we're still going to go in for the weenie damage with the 700. I'm just going to put this on fast forward now. Nothing really is interesting happening. We're going to set down the Night Assailant past 10. To our sets a monster, we're going to set down our Protector of the Sanctuary, get in for 700 here. Death by cuts of 700. Tobias sets a card. We can go for the Venus. Labyrinth of Nightmare is annoying because it just means our guys go to defense. He's going to Draining Shield up the Venus and take 700 here. All our guys go to defense because of the Labyrinth of Nightmare. Back to our turn. We're going to flip over the Night Assailant. Thankfully, it's not a mandatory effect, so we can just flip it over just so we can get a bit more damage in. Chunk away at 2,300 here. 2 more turns to Tobias and you're out of here. Our guys all shift sideways because of the Labyrinth of Nightmare. Tobias sets down a card, and it's our turn again. We're going to flip some of our guys to attack mode and hope we can get on in. Oh dear, this is going to be a long game. Protector of the Sanctuary comes out. Our guys go to defense mode. Our guys go to attack. We're going to try and attack over the Regeneration Mummy. We can go Order to Charge, get rid of the Protector, and then we're going to attack in for our two Night Assailants for 400 damage here. Everything goes sideways in the end phase. We're going to set down a Dark Desert Tapir. He's going to use his Emissary to pop our Venus. We're going to Desert Tapir, flip our Night Assailant back over and use that to out the Emissary, and then we're going to get on in for 1300 here. Oh, nearly done. Nearly there. Tobias sets some monster passes. We're going to go Desert Tapir again, flip over our Night Assailant, flip his monster down, and that's the game. Come on, that's what we like to see. Those long, grindy games that we go in our favour, even though we did not want to play that kind of game. Down comes the Emissary to start Tobias in game 2. Monster Gate. Okay, we're just going random here. Grabs the Venus, which is actually a pretty strong hit, especially as he can pull out the one Shine Ball from Zet. Does he only get one? Maybe I thought before you might have had one stuck in the hand, but maybe you only have one. We're going to set down our 2 back row and our Jiu-Jitsu Master pass a turn. Order to Charge comes in. Tobias does not want to deal with whatever I've got set, which is understandable because obviously we've seen Jiu-Jitsu and Night Assailant, and both those are just annoying threats. Venus takes our life points down by a notch, and we draw in our Mystical Shine Ball. We're going to go for the Unhappy Girl in attack mode here just to sort of keep some board presence alive. We don't really want to waste the Shine Ball. Tobias also doesn't really want to attack, which is fine by me. We're going to go for the Shine Ball normal summon. Going to attack with the Unhappy Girl. Take 100 damage from the Night Assailant, which is going to be used to pop the Shine Ball, and we're going to pass the turn here. Tobias is going to Tribute for the Gagagigo. But we're going to Order to Charge, get it out of here, get the 2 for 1, or get the 2 for 3, I suppose. Venus is going to hit him for 1600, and we're not feeling super confident going forward. We're going to summon the Unhappy Girl and set the Microwave. Just looking at Lady Ninja Way, I think I started this in just to deal with level limit area B, and I believe there's only one other wind monster in the entire set, Sonar Jammer. So I guess we were just like trying to play that for the off chance of being able to bounce Tobias backward to the hand. We're going to get Curse of Anubis here as we try and go for our Agent of Venus, which is fine. We're going to take 1000, clear his Venus at least. He's going to go for the Kickman. We're going to Draining Shield, heal up that 1300. We don't really want to lose our Venus because it's an actual decent attacker under level limit, which I'm ever afraid of at the moment. We're going to go for the Barrel, attack into the Kickman. Get Draining Shielded ourselves. Fair enough. Tobias is pumping himself back up to close to 10k. Mystical Shine Ball is going to hit the Soul Absorbing Bone Tower, which we're going to reduce to 0 with the Microwave and clear it. We're going to shift the remaining Shine Ball to defense mode, and we're going to lose our other Shine Ball the following turn. Warrior of Zero is a funny draw. We don't have any of the pieces to make this card actually good, but we do have our Venus chunking on in. Main phase 2, we're just going to set down the Jiu-Jitsu Master just to apply a bit more pressure come to Barca's next turn. He's going to flip over the Spirit Cooler, grab himself back the Shine Ball.
Shiny.
Summons the Regenerating Mummy, and with that, Venus is dead. He's also going to attack the Jiu-Jitsu Master with Spirit Cooler. We're just going to set that Kai back to the top of his deck. Our turn. Wow, another Warrior of Zero. We can't really do anything about Regenerating Mummy, so we're just going to pass. Tabata's out the remaining Shine Ball.
Ow, my balls!
There we go, there's the Sonic Jammer, the Lady Ninja Ray combination here. If Tabata gets his level limit, he's cooked. We're going to absolutely cook him. Okay, we're going to go for the Warrior of Zero, attack into what we expect to be the Spirit Cooler. Yep, it is. Thankfully, he gets no value off that because he's still got the Mystical Shine Ball on field. Regenerating Mummy's going to clean out the Warrior of Zero. We're going to take 200 here. Ooh, we draw our Venus. I think we've done it with our Shine Balls already this game. Yeah, we don't really want to just set it for nothing. Down comes White Magician Pikaru, and now there was a bit of a problem because Tabata going to start gaining a load of life points. Thankfully, we do have the Venus to be able to out the Pikaru. Down she goes, and it's back to Tabata. We lose our Venus, take 200, pass the turn back to us. We're going to start using these zeros. I want to keep one in hand just in case I draw like the Wombo combo with Archlord Zerato, but now we've got a second one, we can sort of waste this first one. Yep, take another 200. Monster Gate is really good actually. We can use Lady Ninja Ray, discard the Sonic Jammer, bounce that back to hand. We're gonna go Monster Gate here. Come on, give me something good. Yay, we traded 3 for this damn bug.
That was the worst.
Trade.
Ooh, Earthquake is good, but why would we not use it? Okay, he's going to go for the Microwave. At least he's going to be able to out the Jiu-Jitsu Master now. Oh god, that's a lot of life points. Somehow I'm not dead. I'm not quite sure how exactly I survived that. We're going to go for the Warrior of Zero here. Just attack over the Agent of Venus, crash them together. And main phase 2. Wait, why can't he attack? Oh, it can't attack. Oh, I lost because of the solo way there, so I didn't even know what was going on. I was too busy trying to work out why Tabata hadn't won, and then he won. That's the way it goes sometimes. We're going to put this game on fast forward because these are going very long. Summon our Agent of Venus, turn 1, gets 3 Shine Balls. Tabata's going to go for his Agent of Venus. Clearly he only has the one, going to crash the Venuses. Summon the double cost and attack over the Shine Ball. We're going to get Draining Shield. Our other Shine Balls will be able to get through this final one using the Microwave to deal a nice 1,000 damage here. Tabata's turn. He's going to set a monster. We're going to go Order to Charge, just get it out of here. And we can start going aggressive with the Warrior of Zero, double costing, and the double Shine Balls just chunking on in. Half of Tabata's life points gone. Emissary gets activated, gets played. He's going to Monster Gate it into the Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. Well, we're going to out the Spirit Cooler with double costing, out the Mystical Shine Ball with Warrior of Zero, and we can't really deal with the Soul Eating Bone Tower at the moment. Tabata summons his own Jiu-Jitsu Master, and that is going to pose a huge problem. Even bigger problem is the Regenerating Mummy that comes with it. Thankfully we get our Jiu-Jitsu Master, so we're able to at least sort of remain on parity here. Go Giga Gaga Gigo is crazy. Here we go. Go Giga Gaga Gigo, go mad! Down goes first Regenerating Mummy.
They found Mommy and killed her!
We're going to summon our double cost and attack into that, and we're going to use our Go Gigo to attack the... We just cheated. Shouldn't my monster have gone to the top of the deck, or does that not work if Jiu-Jitsu Master is destroyed? I'm fairly certain Go Giga should be on the top of my deck.
The rich get richer.
Draining Shield is pretty huge here, where Tabata is going to gain, was it like 2,950 life points here. He's going to set down our monster, really going to go for combat, try and out some of his prickly defenders. Emissary is killed. Emissary. I keep calling this called Emissary. We're going to go for the Dark Desert player and use it to regenerate, to Monster Gate into Regenerating Mummy. Attack in with all our dudes. That's a lot of damage. Level limit area B though. We have the Lady Ninja Way in hand. If we can draw our Sonic Jammer, we actually are in this. We're going to use the Earthquake to proactively attack, get over the Kickman with the Unhappy Girl. A couple of Draining Shields are fine. They still don't actually do anything. Night Ascendant comes down. It's going to use that to pop the Venus, I suppose, because it's a decent attacker. Soul Reversal. Hold up. You're stacking the Night Ascendant? That's actually pretty genius. Well, we know it's Night Ascendant, so we're going to have to go in. Night Ascendant's going to out the Jiu-Jitsu Master. We're going to go for 400, and we're going to get another Soul Reversal, so we're stacking the Night Ascendant once more.
Is it me, or is she just doing the same thing over and over again?
Yeah, flip that over, get rid of our unhappy girl. We're going to Knight Assailant, his Knight Assailant, and we're just going to attack him for 200 damage. Death by mild cuts it. Oh my gosh, why didn't we do the Lady Ninja way? We could win this. I think we're just BMing at this point, aren't we? We could just summon. We could just summon the one way, flip the other one over, and return all his backward to hand. I don't know what's going on here. Loads of monsters coming. We're gonna get absolutely cooked by some solar rays here. The desert sunlight is strong with these ones. Tabas are gonna start gaining. We're gonna go for the Lady Ninja way here. Bounce everything back to hand. Summon the Archlord Zerato!
He is risen.
Boom, 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 and using his special ability combined with the Light of Judgment. We actually don't have any lights in hand to use. But regardless, with these powerful monsters, your field stands no chance. Attack! Go, Archlord Zerato! Blast him with your heavenly light! Go, Giga! Attack your middle monster! Lady Ninja way, attack! Damn it, another mummy. Regenerating mummy. Oh god, we did all that and we didn't even win. Level limit's gonna come down. Just turn all our guys sideways. Pickaroo is crazy, but we do have the draining shield to recur our life points. So I was gonna set another card, pass a turn. You thought I had only one wind monster in hand. You're wrong. Lady Ninja away. Reveal yourself again. Discard a copy of yourself to bounce those cards back to the hand. And with that, the game is over. So, we really wanted to make full use of Zerato, and within the Ancient Sanctuary sealed environment, there just aren't enough good lights to be able to really use this guy's effect. So, we've decided to splash in some lights and splash in some darks just so we can play the BLS as well and make a sort of Chaos Fairy list. For our big bosses, we've got Zerato and BLS. We are playing the DD already. We're playing double Hysteric Fairy, a bit of a blast from the past, about 1800 plus just being a fairy. We have got the Jinzo. We're not playing too many traps, and this is just a decent dark monster. We have the Magical Scientist who can easily get darks and lights into the grave. Triple Mystic Tomato, which can run us into the Sangan. We've got the Roulette Barrel, which we're obviously going to float on into with the Shining Angel, or we can also use the Shining Angel to float into Mystical Shine Ball if need be, or the DD Warrior Lady. We've got Triple Agent of Creation Venus just to turbo these guys out of the deck, and 3 Warrior of Zero, which we can hopefully level up into Archlord Zerato when the time is right. For the spells, we have got 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Luminous Spark, just because I think this is a pretty good way of dealing with Tabas's Umiruka should he still be on waters. We've got triple My Body, 1 Pot of Greed, triple Terraforming, and double Sentry in the Sky. And then for the traps, we've got triple Bottomless Trap Hole, double Light of Judgment, and 1 Ring of Destruction. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, looking at the opening hand, this is potentially one of the worst hands I've ever seen in this entire series. Mystic Tomato is good, and there are other good cards, but there is no cohesion between anything we've got cooking. Tobias is going to go for the Pot of Greed. Set 4 Summon Zombie. Where have I seen this played before, Tobias? Right, we're going to go for the Heavy Storm, get the absolutely insane value here.
1 for 4.
What is the Life-Absorbing Machine? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. What the hell are you paying life points for? Is that for Injection Fairy Lily synergy so you can gain back what you pay with her? Okay, crazy. Right, we're just gonna summon the Tomato in defense mode and pass the turn. We're also gonna draw his Umiruka, summon the unloaded Gagagigo. This is going to be a really fun duel if none of the pictures actually load. Mystic Tomato goes down. Gagagigo is going to get through the second Mystic Tomato, with which we're going to grab Sangan. I suppose I can't really be shitting on Tobias too much for playing his water deck all these weeks, because I am fundamentally playing just the Mystic Tomato Sangan core every single deck I run.
You're a total hypocrite.
Right, Artem, we're going to draw the Roulette Barrel, which is pretty nice because that can actually proactively try and get rid of some of his sets. We're going to roll here, get the 1, come on, 6, sometimes he misses. Last episode he had a flawless record for myself, so I can't say I'm too surprised that he's decided to miss on us now right when we need him. Right, Zombai was going to clean him out, Sangan's dead too, and Sangan's going to grab us a Shining Angel. I'm going to take 2350 from the Gagagigo here. Our turn, please can we draw something good? Terraforming can get us somewhere decent. We can grab the Sanctuary in the Sky here, at least it outs the Umiruka, and we can use that along with the Shining Angel Ooh, we're going to use that Light of Judgment, discard our Shine Ball, and we're going to use this to send one card he controls to the graveyard. Get rid of the Gagagigo. Now we can just summon our Shining Angel and be a little bit safe from life point damage as long as the Sanctuary in the Sky remains. Tabasa summons another Gagagigo. It's going to use that, get rid of one Shining Angel. We're going to float into the middle one. That's going to get outed by his other Zombira. And we shouldn't be taking damage because we had a Fairy Monster on the field, so that's that is wrong. We're going to summon the Warrior Lady, and Tabasa is going to elect to banish with the Gagagigo. Fair enough. Our turn. There really isn't much that can get us out of it. Oh, another Light of Judgment isn't bad, but if it's not good either. We're just going to summon the Warrior of Zero. We can actually get over one of these Zombiras. So we're going to get Saku'd here. Do I want to My Body? Oh yeah, I'm going to My Body, protect my dude, and just hope Tobias whiffs a draw, because if he doesn't draw a monster, we might be in this, because his Zombira is getting quite weak. It's down to 1500 now. Ooh, okay, we're still in the game. Let's see what we draw. Come on. Oh, one turn too late. Are you kidding me?
You're too late.
Diddle dear. Well, at least the Zombira can't attack directly, so Tobias can summon another one all he wants. Oh, my body is useless. Oh god, I am absolutely gutted. We were one turn away from Zerato. Okay, Pot of Greed is decent. We got the Ring of Destruction. Actually, it's not decent. The two cards we drew are completely useless to us. Witch is going to come down. We're going to Light of Judgment, get rid of our Zerato, send the Witch to the graveyard. Worst value I've ever seen. With the Witch, Tabasa is going to grab Injection Fairy Lily, and it's lights. It's not lights out, actually. We have the Ring of Destruction. We can actually deal with the Fairy Lily. Right, we're going to get another Sanctuary in the Sky, completely pointless. We're going to set down the Ring of Destruction, pass a turn. Tobias' turn. Down comes Fairy Lily, down comes Ring. Fairy Lily meets her match, and we're down to 950. And these two Zombiras are just staring at me. They're incapable of attacking directly, while I just slowly cling to life. Is that a BLS for turn? I'm gonna banish a line back, and we're gonna summon out the big dada. And we get Bottomless. To be fair, like, what else was Tobias going to be playing in his back row there, so that's kind of obvious. Still whiffs on the monster, which is great for us. We draw Warrior of Zero Ordeal. I don't really care. There's no way I'm attacking at this point. Why did I not summon the Warrior of Zero? I guess I was just like, well, Zombie was going to clean it anyway. There we go. Right, into game 2. Right, we're going to go first and going to lead with the Pot of Greed to draw an additional 2. We're going to use Venus, grab 3 Giant Balls, then we're going to go for the Sanctuary in the Sky and set down our Light of Judgment. Tobias' turn. As he draws, we're going to go for the Light of Judgment, pretty much a trap dust shoot here. We're going to pitch Hysteric Fairy, and we are going to discard Tobias' Gagagigo. Losing his best monster in hand, Tobias can only set down 3 back row and pass the turn, and thankfully we know what those back row are. Although I don't, as somebody that's now watching. Ordeal of the Traveller comes out, and I must know what Tobias' hand is, so we're going to summon down the Mystic Tomato. We're going to just go aggressive with everything. Oh, we're going to get ringed, lose Tomato. That is a good out to Tomato. Gets rid of him, and he loses all his value. Right, Mystical Shine Ball, attack in. We're going to look at this card, declare spell. Shine Ball, attack in. Spell. Right, since all the cards, you know, his hands were spells, we can just easily attack in. He's going to set down the Raigeki Break, use that to out our our Venus. We're going to My Body though, protect the Venus. We're going to go for the Sangan, we know what's in his hand, and that's the game. An easy clap back there. Tobias is going first. We've got a pretty good hand. We've clearly sided in some Chaos Dudes. Even though we've still got Warrior Zero in here. We're going to go for a Pot of Greed, try and use our Venus, but she gets Bottomless. Down comes Mystic Tomato plus the Witch, quite a bit of damage here. We're just going to set down the Roulette Barrel. Oh god, the Injection Fairy Lily is absolutely bludgeoning me to death here. We're going to go for a double Thunder Dragon. We're going to go Mystic Tomato, into Mystic Tomato, into Witch. We're going to get rid of one Witch, which Tobias is going to use to grab himself the Gagagigo. Main phase 2, since we've got a Light and Dark in the graveyard now, we're going to summon the Chaos Sorcerer, get banished, and Umiruka, and that is the game. Well, that was a depressingly fast loss. Tobias. You like playing the water decks? Well, I've got news for you, buddy. I have a water deck of my own, and this one will drown yours. We are trying to bring our own flavour of water deck to beat Tobias's own Umiruka special. But instead of going for the pedestrian, standard, boring Umiruka field spell, we are going for a Legendary Ocean. Now this card is insane. Whilst the attack boost it gives monsters is much lower than Umiruka, while it's active on the field, all water monsters in hand and field lose 1 level. The most practical application is to turn some level 5s into level 4s, and we've now got a critical mass of actually strong level 5s that benefit from this. We have 3 Giga Gaga Gigo and 1 Terror King Salmon, all of which under ALO can be normal summoned as either 2600 monsters or 2650. These guys are just huge. Even Gaga Gigo with the Legendary Ocean is 2050, which is not bad. To complement this suite of powerful attackers, we are also playing a couple more Sea Serpent Mario of Darkness. We are playing Triple Amphibious Bug Growth Mark III. So as long as we have the ALO out and the field is Umi, this guy can just attack directly. We've got Triple Aqua Spirit just because we're going to get a lot of waters into the grave and we might as well make use of them somehow. We are playing 1 Granadora. I don't really like it, but 1900 is kind of the best 4-star or lower. We have the Jinzo because we're not playing too many traps. Double Maiden of the Aqua. High Tide Gyojin, look away, please.
Would you just sit down and go to the bathroom already?
1 Mermaid Knight. As long as we have ALO out, this guy can attack twice, so could theoretically deal a lot of damage. Mother Grizzly, who can float on into Mermaid Knight, the Bug Growth, or the Maiden of the Aqua, or even the Yomi ship, which is just like a free monster removal when it's solo battle, and then the Sangan as well. As well as the ALO, we're playing Heavy Storm, of course, triple My Body, 1 Pot of Greed, double Salvage, and triple Terraforming to get the ALO. And in the trap department, we've got triple Bottomless, 1 Ring, and 1 Tornado Wall. I think this is the only one we have. If we had more of this, we'd definitely be playing more. Just being able to shut out the opponent from being able to do battle damage is hilarious. Let's see if I can teach Tobias to stay out of the ocean, or whether he's going to teach me to stay out, as that's his territory. Right, looking at our opening hand, it's pretty good. We get the Salvage, which can just allow us to recover some advantage in the mid game with the Ring of Destruction and the Maiden of the Aqua. Tobias is just going to go for a slow start with the setting. We're immediately going to fire off the Terraforming, grabbing from deck to hand the Legendary Ocean. Feeling emboldened by the My Body as a shield, we're just going to go for it immediately. Try and Giga Slam our Gagagigo onto the field. Get Bottomless, doesn't matter, we have the My Body. We're going to pay 1500 to protect this reptile at all costs. Please don't have Sakuretsu armor. We're going to set down the ring, go for battle. Yes, gets through. Okay, which is fine. Going to grab Injection Fairy Lily, the classic card here. We have the Ring of Destruction as our staple out to it, which we always seem to have whenever Injection Fairy Lily comes a running. Down comes the Raigeki break. Okay, discarding the Aqua Spirit gets rid of the Gagagigo. That's annoying. Injection Fairy Lily comes down. We're just going to go for the Ring of Destruction. I don't really want to have to deal with 3,400 attack fairies. Our turn, drawing the Bug Growth is pretty funny when Tobias has nothing on the field. We're just going to summon it, get bugging, hit on him for 1,700, and pass the turn. Tobias' turn, down comes Umiruka, gets rid of our ALO and ends up buffing both of our guys by 500. His Gigo is able to out our Bug Growth, and it looks like we're pretty much out of luck here. Yep. We're going to set the Maiden in the Aqua, even though she gets weakened by Umiruka, which is hilarious, and we're just going to lose to double.
English, mother. Do you speak it?
Ooh, a Legendary Ocean. Fun. We can at least be able to get rid of his Umiruka. Use this, go for the Salvage, recur the Bug Growth and the Maiden of the Aqua. And with under these conditions, Maiden of the Aqua is actually... Why did we not go for the Maiden of the Aqua? We could have actually done a bit there. Alright, we're just going to go for the attack directly with the Bug Growth, do 17 here. Sea Serpent comes down, and that's the game over. Why did I not set the Maiden of the Aqua? 2k defense, wouldn't... Alright, this hand's pretty good. We can bring down these Terror King uncontested here, which is what we're going to do, and just pass the turn there. Tobias' turn. Tabas is going to go for set 3, set a monster, pass the turn. Trap Dust Shoot is kind of good, but not quite well. He only has 2 cards in hand. We're going to summon the Mermaid Knight. Getting 2 battles is very strong. Let's see what we're dealing with. Cool. Probably not Trap. Yep. Bounce the Mermaid Knight to hand. We're going to go Terror King Salmon in. Cool. Trap. Oh, we're going to get Saku'd here. That's fine. Pass the turn. Tabasa go. Tabasa summons the Granadora, gains 1,000, gets buffed by 200, and is going to flip over the Mystic Tomato. We're going to take a lot of damage here, as we don't have really many options to deal with this. He's going to set down a card, pass the turn. Argo. We draw our own Granadora, which we're going to summon down, gain 1,000, and then we're going to banish the Terror King Salmon for Aqua Spirit. Cool. Granadora is going to hit on in, try and clear the other Granadora, and we're going to go... okay, we're going to get killed by the Sakuretsu armor here. Take 2,000. Aqua Spirit is going to go in, and we're going to declare monster, and there we go. Mystic Tomatoes down. Tobias is not... Did you just forget Mystic Tomatoes affect Tobias? What's going on?
I just forgot.
That's not good enough.
Zombio just clears the Aqua Spirit anyway. Hearten, Heavy Storm. We're going to go for this summon. We know in hand is a monster, so we can clear the Granadora, deal 2,000 here. Tobias' turn. Aqua Spirit is a bit of a pain. Gets buffed to 1,800, and oh my gosh. We're going to lose to Gagagigo again. You can't demoralize me this way every week, Tobias. Come on. Okay. At least we draw another Aqua Spirit. We're going to banish our Gagagigo, summon the Aqua Spirit down, set down the Sangan, and we're going to try and crash with his Aqua Spirit. Yeah, they both die. Nice. Zombia's going to clean up the Sangan. We're going to grab the Bug Growth. That seems pretty strong against the Zombia. Okay, the Life Absorbing Machine gets flipped. Main phase 1, we're just going to go for the Heavy Storm here, get rid of our Trap Dust Shoot and our ALOs, gets rid of Tobias's back row and see what he was cooking. They're in my body, pretty decent. We're going to go for the Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness here and just use them to clean out the Zombira. The game has kind of turned around in our favour now. Tobias is drawing to 1 card with nothing really going on. Our turn. We get the Terraform, which is perfect. Combine that with the Mermaid Knight and we're going to be doing a shocking amount of damage each turn. Activate the ALO from the deck, summon down the Mermaid Knight, 1,700, he's going to attack twice, get bottom list, fair enough. Sea Serpent's going to go for the 2k attack, putting Tobias down to 4,500. If he doesn't draw a monster, we basically win next turn. Oh, he draws his own Sea Serpent, and they're going to crash. 2 warriors crashing in the night. Our turn. We draw the My Body, which is okay if Tobias has like Raigeki Break or something, or another Saku. We're going to go for the Amphibious Bug Growth, attack directly, hit on in for 1,700. Nice. Tobias' turn. Sets down a monster. Argo. Terror King Salmon is a huge draw here. 2,000 attack. And we're just going to be a little safe and go with the Bug Growth attacking directly. And then we're going to go for the Terror King into whatever he's got set. Which Tobias grabs the Granadora. It's over to him. He's going to summon it. I don't really care. He's going to gain 1,000. Clear the Bug Growth. That's whatever. I'm a little bit worried about Tobias' back row, but we've got to just plug on in and pretend it's nothing. And that's the game, because Tobias takes the 2,000 damage from the Granadora, and the Terror King Salmon's attack is just enough to squeak out the rest of the life points. We're fishing, we're doing well actually. This water deck might not be as bad as I thought it was. We're going to go into game 3, we're going to side in some smashing grounds just to deal with potential problems such as the Zombira. We're going to get Ring, manage that for the Aqua Spirit, and we're going to try and attack with the Aqua Spirit, get Saku'd. Okay, lots of advantage going, lots of cards flinging about. He's going to summon his Sea Serpent, bounce our Yomi ship back to hand. Granadora comes down, we're going to ring the Granadora, and Tobias is going to take 3,900 here, which is pretty potent. We're going to take another 2,000 from the Aqua Spirit. Oh. And we just die. Another episode gone, another episode of losing to water decks. Someday I will find the magic deck that actually answers it in progression. At least in Sealed I'm still scraping some wins, but with the prog decks, I just can't get past Tobias's watery defenses. They're just too strong. A constant sort of line of 2300 waters every turn with Sakuretsu Armor and Raigeki Break. Look, I know I'm being a sore loser, but I don't have two of the most basic removal cards in the format at all. I have no Sakuretsu Armor, I have no Raigeki Break. That is just a fact, right? Anyway, next episode, the two sets we're going to be opening are Dark Revelation 2, which reprints a lot of the cards from the last few sets have opened, and Soul of the Duelist, which introduces the level mechanic, which I'm sure everybody remembers super fondly from their childhood. So yeah, next episode, not too many good cards to add to collections. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe. Goodbye.